Today's episode is brought to you by Gray Block Pizza. Gray Block Pizza, 1811 Pico Boulevard in Los Angeles. On the way to the beach. Gray Block. Get that hitter. Get it for yourselves. Get it for somebody else. How's your fantasy squad doing, huh? How's your team, dude? You got Sterling Sharp? Ha That dude ain't getting it done, bro. What's some other people that aren't? You got Sterling Sharp. You got how is somebody not named Mustard? I feel like there has to be an NFL player named Mustard at some point. I'm gonna look that up. NFL Mustard man. No, well, male player. NFL Mustard. Chad Mustard. He was a tight end, boy. He was signed by the Omaha Beef as a free agent in 2003. He played college football and college basketball in North Dakota. Oh, Chad Mustard. Dang, there's got to be more than that, huh? Phew. Well, you got to respect that, boy. Fantasy teams, yeah. My team is doing well, decent, all right. Is there any bigger fantasy team than human beings, you think? Than humanity? Is there any bigger, you know, the powers above putting us in here, slotting us in here, trying this, trying that. This wild times, you know. The times are getting thick. Especially, nature's just getting real thick right now. You could taste it in the air. If you even just lick the air a little. Do it. Nobody will see you. And if they do, I'll tell you this. If they see you do it, they're going to do it. They're going to think something's going on. Try it. Lick the air once or twice. Now taste it in your mouth. Something's happening. The air's getting thick. We're all on a fantasy team. I don't know what's going on sometimes. It's wild. I think it's that time of year. You know, I was talking about it last week, and it's just the universe is thick right now with people coming and going. You know, with Halloween here and it's just that time of year where all the escalators are active. And all the TSA lanes are open to come and go here into the nether world. And we are in one heck of a fantasy game, aren't we? Let's go.
I'm just sitting on your front porch, wondering how could I be so far from my home. And my mind is somewhere else, but when I find it, I'll patch up where it's been blown. Now I'm just floating on the breeze, and I feel I'm falling like these leaves. I must be cornerstone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna take a little time for me to set that parking brake and let myself unwind. Shine that
Yes. And that is something that can save us right there, music. And the other thing that can save us is the light of something bigger. The light of something bigger than us, and it's shining on us. And it wants to see us. I do believe that. I do believe that the good wants us to win. I do believe that. And it wants to see our faces. And it wants us to know that it accepts us. That we don't have to hide. That we don't have to be ashamed, you know. Sometimes maybe that's even why ghosts come and see us, because they're trying to say, hey, buddy. You don't need all this extra. You don't need all of this pomp and circumstance and all these French coats and all of these mink hats and mink shoes and everything and all the exotic taffy and everything. You just need you. And we just need each other, and you're going to be okay. Sometimes, I think that that this is the time when you could hang as much drywall as you want, and you cannot stop the spirits from peeking back. You cannot stop the light from looking down. It's a thoroughfare right now, brother. It is it's the Autobahn. And what if what if this is just the middle ground? What if this is just the lobby between Satan and the Lord, and that's that. Between the good and evil. This is just the doctor's office. This is just there's just magazines sitting around here in our world. It really is. We really are. We're just milling around looking at magazines here, waiting to be called in a different direction. But I believe that. I believe that this is the time when, El Dia de los Muertos, when the devil's, he's got as many arms as he can, and he's reaching them up, and the light is looking down, and it is just this sabotage right now. Welcome to this past weekend, and I guess I got a lot on my mind right now. I think just about purpose. I've been thinking about a lot this week. And who do I want to be? Just as a human. Who am I? Who do I want to be as a man? Does my manhood matter as much as my humanhood? If that makes any sense. I've been thinking about that a little. I've been thinking about that. Sometimes we get directed into so many things, especially when we're young. I notice for myself, I get directed in this way and directed in that. And it really it helps to kind of like form the way I think and feel. And also compartmentalize me. And so I've just been, I guess, I don't know, it's that time of year where even our chakras and our hearts and our treasure chests and our damn, our dirty clothes hampers and the recycling bins inside of us, it's all open. It's that open door policy right now. The full moon is building up and you know, and it's just anything can come and anything can go. And there's just a lot of energy milling around at the moment. And I know that because I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it from my friends, and I'm feeling it from even my non-friends. You know? I'm just feeling it. So good to be here. Thank you guys for coming back. I hope you're having a good day. You know, I hope you're having a good day. And let's get into the episode. I do want to let you know that they have, it's not an ad. Everybody, you thought it was going to be an ad right there. But yeah, go on ahead one more time. Lick the air a little. Lick the air just a little. If you do it serious enough and don't act like a donkey while you're doing it, then the man seeing you down the way, or the lady, or the, anybody that's homeowning down the way, whoever they are, they will do it as well. They're going to, because that's the thing. We're so susceptible, like, oh, what are they doing? Do they know something I don't? Oh, is there free vanilla in the air today? What's happening? Oh, maybe the Lord's just emptying out his pantry and everybody's catching a free hit of, maybe somebody's catching free, a free taffy. Maybe the Lord threw some taffies off of the floor. And they've fallen into people's faces and everything. Who knows? Maybe somebody, you got to get your tongue out of your mouth, man, and catch something. That's what I'm saying. It's that time of year. I have a show announcement. Do I? Yes. I don't know when the ticket's going to be on sale. December 26th in Lafayette, Louisiana, at the Hyman Performing Arts Center. Some proceeds from the evening are going to benefit Dustin Poirier's The Good Fight Foundation. And we're excited about that. And you can follow me on social medias for the pre-sale code. And we're excited to help raise money for Dustin's for the Good Fight Foundation. And I think it's going to be a fun time of year. It's going to be a fun time of year, and I'm hoping to be able to be there and be a part of people's holiday season. So afterwards, Dustin and I as well might, do some photos and everything with anybody that wants them. Hell, most people probably don't want them. We might have to chase you down to get you to do one with us. But, I believe that he's a good guy, and I believe that he fights for people that can't, and so does his charity. And I'm excited to be down there in the Laffy. They call it the Laffy down there in the Lafayette. And it's a big place. I don't even know if that place will, I don't know if we'll sell it out or not, but it's a big place. What else? What's going on with me? I've been watching, what is it? I've been watching, Righteous Gemstone. Boy, it's good. I think the number one costume this year gonna be Uncle Baby Billy's. You know it. And Uncle Baby Billy's, and he got that little big tooth side piece. That fucking little enamel snake he's got always slithering around with him. Tiffany or something her name is. Tabitha. Uncle Baby Billy's, bruh. So, that's beautiful. I wonder if it would be fun to have him and maybe we get Keith in here. That other guy with the long hair, that Satan boy. And he loves Satan, brother. And, but yeah, man, I love that. Ain't no misbehaving. That's my running through the house with a pickle in his mouth. That shit is too much, son. That shit is too much. Yeah, man, it's just a wild time. There's been a lot going on this year. There's been a lot going on, and I'm just feeling it from a lot of people. Just wondering what's happening right now. And I think it's because we're in the final curve heading into the end of the year. Because the year, it's like anything. It gives us a shape. It gives us the sink. You're just kind of oozing down the side of the sink, and then October hits, and suddenly it just crevasses straight over towards the drain. And that's November, December, and then bam, that's it. And it's just that time of year where there's a lot energetically at stake because we're heightened. And no, I haven't been reading like some horoscopes or anything like that because I ain't no damn starburst. A lot of these, you got these, a lot of people out here starbursting. And somebody, they'll throw somebody will beat you in the head with a geode or something. A sock full of these damn geodes and tell you, you're going to go to heaven or whatever. And these, who knows? But it's just, I don't know what's going on. So, yeah, what else is happening with me? This weekend, I didn't do too much. Watched the Saints game. I got sick, actually. I got a little bit of the flu yesterday or 2 days ago. Started to come on. So just been kind of recovering from that. So some of this could be the NyQuil talking. And, yeah, man, what I hate is whenever you get the flu and you're trying to blow your nose and like you can't tell if the snot is trying to go out or in. So it's like, you're a dirty trombone and you're playing yourself and you're just like, what do I, do I blow it out? Do I get it through the back end? What am I doing here? You almost want to call somebody that's chimney sweeping out there to come and take care of you and beat you in the face or beat you in the ass with a feather or something unique. But if people see you licking the air, they will do it. That's baffling. Because you think people would see somebody licking there to be like, oh, that guy, I'm calling the police. But instead, boy, people see you out there. Dude, get a friend out there. Go lick the air. First, somebody will be like, oh, look at these guys. Huh? Look at these freaks. And then as they walk away, they'll kind of take a little taste out of the air. Man, what is it? What's going on? They giving out free boysenberry? What's going on? You don't know what's in the air. Now I remember my boy Jeffrey Saviak had a gas leak at his house when I was young. And they had monoxide or something. And we didn't know. We'd go fall asleep on Friday and wake up on Sunday. Beautiful. And we'd be like, damn, dude, the whole family, you'd walk through his kitchen. His mom would be just dead asleep doing 5 hours into making a salad. She'd been asleep for 4 hours and 55 minutes of it. Just, so, just different time, but beautiful. Beautiful to get that free gas as a boy. And this is before all the legislation and everybody got upset about everything. But just to get that free gas as a boy, man, it was nice. It really was, to go to a place and get something for free. There's just something nice about it, even if it is kind of like a toxic or semi-toxic gas. What else? Buddy of mine trying to get me to invest with him in the zoo. That's crazy, but I guess I've been lightly considering it. He got the read on a zoo down in Sinaloa, I guess. Down in Mexico. So, Sinaloa, officially the Estado Libre y Soberano de Sinaloa. Okay, kind of chatty there on Wikipedia about it. But yeah, my buddy got a read on a zoo that went under down there. So, I don't know what to think about that. I got caught up in some bad investments when I was young. We did a pyramid scheme, and it made me fight my peers, actually. So, I guess, I don't know if that's what a pyramid scheme is supposed to do, but me and my peers fucking lost a bunch of money, and then we ended up fighting. I'd love to know that, actually, if anybody ever done a pyramid scheme and got lost and what the fallout was from it locally. If you'd hit the hotline with that, I'm curious about that. 985-664-9503. Running through the house with a pickle in your mouth. Ain't no misbehaving. That shit is wicked, bruh. That's that hot beat. So anyway, we'll see, man. I don't know if a zoo is really gonna be. My buddy said that animals are real hot in Mexico right now. So, but I don't know. So we'll see, man, if that's something that I can get more information about. Because yeah, I did that. We did glitter when I was young. Some dude came through, you know, I'm not sure who it was, but rolled through town and got everybody into glitter mining back when people thought glitter was a precious or semi-precious stone, and they popped and they fucking got us, you know. So people, you know, I've fallen into some, you know, I've fallen into dark financial waters. Dude, how is Financial Waters not a name of honestly, a young urban gentleman, bro? That would be the best name ever. But yeah, I don't know if zooing, but Animalis is real popular, my buddy said, down in Mexico. So we'll see, but I don't know if getting involved in a zoo down there is the best overall use of my earnings. But it's cool down in the Culiacan province. Culiacan. See, he said there's 3.216 million down there people, and that's as of this year. But who knows how many of those people are hanging out, staying there. But yeah, man, you got to think that out of 3.216 million people, you only need how many people at a zoo every week to make it function and make money? I bet probably 2,000 people. So if you can't get 2,000 people to go to a new zoo in Mexico out of 3.216, then are you even a businessman? That's one of my big questions. So we'll see, but I'll keep you guys posted. What else is happening? Oh, I got the hair. That's what's been going on. I'm like, what if I haven't been doing much? I got the hair rejuvenation again. So, you know, I love surgery and I got it. So I've been having to chill. That's been the worst thing. I've been having to literally do nothing. And then 2 days ago, I started getting sick. So it's been tough having, you know, they took it out the back. They took a decent crop and they put it up in that front, boy. So hair in the back, hair in the front. So, but it take a while. They just take the seed. Now, a lot of people do not know this, and I've talked about it before on here, but if you do the FUE hair surgery, now I go to this fellow, Dr. Cahan, out here in Beverly Hills. Fancy guy. I'm not sure where he's from, dude. Probably, I don't want to say maybe Middle East, maybe Antarctica. I'm not sure, dude, but like kind of darker Antarctica, you know, Antarctica. You know, he's just, I think it, you know, he's a Beverly Hills guy. Beautiful man. And he worked in transplantery long before, you know, an actual organ transplantation. And now he does hair. So what they do, they shave the back. They take about maybe 1 out of every 12 hairs out of the back, or 30 hairs or something. Dig it out. They have a little bitty, it's not like a shovel, but it's pretty much like a little, you know, Uncle Baby Billy shovel. And they just run through the house with a pickle in their mouth, pulling hairs out of your dome, out of your back dome, back of your head, rear. You know, out of that fucking, out of that big half dome in the back. Out of that free solo freaking back piece, you know. So they pull them out, and then they dig little bitty holes in the front, and they have 2 nurses that come, take the hairs from the back, put them in the front. And that's how it goes. Took about 4 or 5 hours. They give you Valiums. So I started watching El Camino, and then I woke up like an hour and a half later, and I was in watching a soap opera. So I don't even know what the hell happened. But El Camino didn't seem that good, honestly. But so I did that dirty trick, and now it has been recovering. The hard part is you can't do anything active. So you can't do gym. You can't do yoga. You have to sleep at a 45-degree angle. Like a shitty, like someone who's supposed to do, like that chubby guy on the Night's Watch or whatever that guy's name is. It's not Eldred, but you know what I'm talking about. The guy who's taking care of somebody else's baby. Or whatever. Smeagol? Not Smeagol. But yeah, you sleep at a 45-degree angle. Like kind of like a fucking, like a semi-alert person, I guess. Like somebody who sleepwalks, but is lazy, so they're not even doing it. So that's the tough part. You got to stack the pillows at a certain angle. You got to get the ruler, or you can do a thing on your phone now that shows you what angles are. So you got to get that 45-degree angle, so I sleep at that bastard. And today was the first day I could wash the back of the hair and just pour a little water on the front. And that's been 6 or 7 days, 6 days. So on Tuesday, I'll be able to resume, I think, some yoga and some just moving around. But it sucks because you get stagnant. You get stagnant, and that's what hasn't been good for me. I don't like being stagnant because when I'm not moving, the things around me, I can be affected. There's things can get me more. The world can get me more when I'm not moving. And so that's when, I think for me it's tough, and that's when I get caught thinking more about the dark arts, because you're just right there. If a vulture's flying by and they got a meat that's sitting right there, just a sitting meat, then and they have one meat that's rolling down the hill, a meat in motion, then that bird's going to get that sitting meat, that SM. And that's what I feel like. And that's why I think it's just with this time of year and this much, energy in the air, it's like, man, I just want to get moving again so I can, get out of some of these shadows and stuff and just make sure I stay in the light, brother, or I can be a part of the good stuff. So yeah, I got the FUE hair transplantation. It's my second time. Did I need it? Probably not. But, I don't spend money on much, and I like having hair. I like having it. Now, one scary thing, they inject your scalp with a bunch of different saline solution and a bunch of stuff to numb the pain. Well, this junk starts at the second day and third day. You don't notice it, but then on the fourth day, your forehead swells up. Then the swelling rolls down your face, and you start to get swollen around your eyes, nose, cheek. If you're on the YouTube, I'll include some photos, because I like to be candid about it. I mean, I look like a panther. I look like a white panther. I look like a, kind of like a fat snake that's kind of dumb a little at one point. I look like a fire boy, a boy that had been maybe not in a fire. Well, maybe like a boy who'd been in like a medium kind of fire. And no disrespect to anybody that's in a fire or has been. At least you've been in the fire, bruh. A lot of people are afraid to even fucking step outdoors if things is getting real heaty. And at least you've been in the fire. What else do we have here? I got a cold, man. I'm still getting over this. I couldn't even do I had 2 comedy sets. Man. I'll tell you this. This message came in to me on Instagram. This boy. This is from, shit, I don't know who it's from. This boy said, El Raton, if someone is trying to dress up like you for Halloween, what are some essentials? Well, first of all, I think you got to have If you're going to be me, you definitely need to have some antidepressants in your pocket. Gang, bruh. And after that, I think you need to... I'd go with body oil. I'd go with the Rat King attire. I'd go with body oil, at least one strap. You want to be strapped up. I think you need to have the dark glasses. You need to have that straight up, that Uncle Baby Billy backsplash, that long hair in the back. You know, that dirt curtain, boy. If this neck's a knocking, don't come a rocking. You feel me? You need to have decent attitude. Nothing more than that. You know, you don't have to have you don't have to be real fired up or keyed up. You got to just know that, hey, you fucking beat Crystalia twice. That's all you got to know, boy. And that's the whole outfit. And go out there and have a loved one, preferably female, keep putting baby oil on you. And you can put the baby oil on your face as well. If you don't have baby oil, you could use Crisco or butter, unsalted butter, stick butter. I prefer the stick, bro. Go straight into your skin. I don't like the fucking margarine where you got to rub it in. Get somebody to get somebody to rub that hot stick on you. And the stick will heat up the more you rub it on your body, because that's one of the internal powers of butter. So that's one of, nature's beauties right there. But yeah, what else, dude? We got the hair. We got the business opportunity. El business. Oportunidad. We got, what else? We got some calls that came in. We got some new merch that's going to come out at the beginning of next week. A lot of cool stuff if you think about Christmas gifts or anything like that. At theovon.com/store. And I'll tell you this, that hiring can be a slow process. And hiring, that's not a Jewish name. That is a word. That's when you need somebody to help you do something. Hiring can be a slow process. Cafe Altura's COO, Dylan Mishkowitz, needed to hire a director of coffee for his organic coffee company, but he was having trouble finding qualified applicants. So he switched to ZipRecruiters. ZipRecruiters doesn't depend on candidates finding you. That's insane. Imagine that. You're trying to sleep at night. They got a bunch of candidates, breaking into your house and stealing job opportunities from you. That's freaking ludicrous, brother. It finds them for you. ZipRecruiter's technology identifies people with the right experience and invites them to apply to your job. So you get qualified candidates fast. And that's how Dylan found his director of coffee in just a few days. With results like that, it's no wonder 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See why ZipRecruiter is effective for businesses of all sizes. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/TPW. That's ZipRecruiter.com/TPW. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And there's no place that it gets spookier for me than in my underpants, boy. My UPs, boy, them Upers. Some people say upper peninsula, dude. I'm talking about under peninsula. It's Halloween. There's nothing spookier than showing your peenie or your vagette to somebody. I mean, just think about it, dude. Is there anything scarier looking than your junk? Probably not. So it's that time of year where you could really, really get it right. MeUndies, they are offering spooky soft junk covers. Yep. They're designed to be the best thing you've ever put on your body. Softer than a fluffy kitten running around your nuts. I mean, dang. Softer than the brains that zombies like to eat. Or also, some of these brains, zombies are on keto, so they won't eat your brain if you've been thinking about potato chips. They're the softest undies. They run extra small to 4XL. MeUndies has the most unique prints out there. One fun thing to do would be to jump into bed at the end of the night and trick or treat one last time in your in your buddy's underpants, in your buddy's fucking little junk drawer around their booty. If you don't like leaving your house, that's cool. Just wear the Halloween costumes to pass out candy and you're good. MeUndies has those as well. They got the MeUndies, those onesies, bruh. It's a no-brainer because they have 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Dude, if you put on a bunch of MeUndies, you're satisfied. Get 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction, go to MeUndies.com/weekend. That's MEUNDIES.com/weekend. And get those Uncle Baby Bottom hitters. You feel me? Get them hitters, baby. Take care of your crotch and everything. I'm going to pick some up. They got some great ones. Pumpkins, little lanterns, this and that. People, get it right. You know what I was also thinking? Let's check in. Before we get to the hotline, let's check in. You guys remember Danielle the Virgin? And she had virginity. And then she didn't have it. And it's been a year since we communicated with her, and we're glad that people have, or someone at that time had been inside of her body, and there's nothing more haunting than letting someone in your body. Think about it. I mean, you can go a lot of places, you can just walk right in. But if you just walk right into somebody's body, a lot of times it's illegal. So to let somebody get in your body, that's very, there's nothing more haunting than that. That's a real, I'm going to haunt you for a couple seconds with this ween, or with, I'm going to drape this vajette over you and haunt your little, haunt your little Peter area. You get it? So it's been a year now that Danielle has allowed her body to be haunted by others. And so let's check in with her right here and just see how it's going.
Hello?
Hey, Danielle.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, what's up? It's Theo from the This Past Weekend.
Yes, yeah, hi, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. We're just, how are you doing, actually? We're just thinking, I was thinking, actually, I try to blame it on other people, but that it's been a year since we had the Danielle the Virgin call.
Yes, yeah, and what a year,
Yeah, how's it been?
It's been good. It's actually, at the time of the initial call, I lived in Savannah, and now I live in DC, so that's been a nice change of scenery.
Look, you get some D, and then you want to add letters to it,
Sure, yeah.
What took you over there to DC?
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking of moving for a while, and actually kind of the catalyst was the guy that I was dating, the V taker, if you will, didn't end so well. So like when that ended, I was like, well, I'm going to get the heck out of Dodge,
Yeah. So, and how's the sexualness been once you got over to DC? Is it different? What's from Savannah to DC?
It's a little bit weirder up here, to be honest. It's a little bit harder to find people. I find that a lot of them are already married or just kind of like self-absorbed in a way. So the dating scene is a bit harder. But it's not that hard.
Yeah. Well, it's not that hard to get somebody to just fall into your body if you need them to, I guess.
Yeah, not too hard when you really try.
Yeah. Do you feel any different now that you're, part of the sexual community?
I guess. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of in on, like a secret. Although I guess it's not a secret. Like the majority of people have sex, so it's like the worst kept secret.
Yeah.
But I just kind of like I get what it's about. I feel like there's a new topic of discussion that can be had that I can be involved in. So yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. It's have
you learned what have you learned about sex? Do you feel like anything? I don't even, because I don't know shit. I've been doing it barely, for a long time, but I've been doing it, but
I mean, learned? I mean, it's just kind of like a natural thing, you know, there's only so many things you can do.
Yeah.
But I mean, learned, not really, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Learned. I'm trying to think. I mean, not really. I think it's just kind of you go with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess there's like obviously positions and stuff like that,
Right.
But I think it's just
There's only a couple though.
That matter. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like, are we on land? Are we, you know, what's, you know, it's very, there's only so much humans can do without, you know, being, you know, having, you know, gasoline involved or getting, you know, somebody jumping off a damn building or something, you know?
Yeah. There's only so many safe options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have things escalated now, or have you joined any sexual groups? Have you, did you then want to get into like threesomes and stuff like that? Has it gotten pretty, has it gotten kind of spooky or anything?
I can't say I've done any of that.
Okay.
But, spooky. I mean, I guess. So, I mean, when the first time we spoke, you talked about like butt action, and that has happened. So I just feel like all three goals have been checked. So
Jeepers.
That's a thing. Yeah.
And so was that something that you brought upon yourself, or was that something that was initiated by a young man?
It was, he says accidentally initiated, but
That's a lie.
I don't believe that. Yeah, I didn't believe that for a second. I was just like, yeah, keep going.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, so I was just like, let's not talk about this because it's already happening. So let's just keep with the flow.
Okay.
So yeah, that was.
Well, that escalated quickly.
It really did, because it was within like 3 weeks with the guy who like, it was the same person.
Figures.
That I
Typical
did
guy,
with.
dude.
Yeah, just wanted it all.
Oh, I'll tell you this. I'm a guy, and that's how it goes, okay?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I guess that's something I learned. They just want it all.
Well, we'll mill around your vagina for a couple of weeks until we accidentally try to fall into your butt, you know?
Yeah, and then sometimes it works.
Yeah, and sometimes it works. Well, dang. So do you wish you were still a virgin, or are you okay?
I'm fine. You know, it is what it is. I mean, it's better not being one. I mean, I'm having more fun.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it looks like you kind of took it, you know, it's like you kind of ran, you know, it's like you don't want to be, because how old are you now?
26.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, I have a friend, I think, who got married, and she might be like 40 or something. Okay. She's a virgin. And at that point, it's like, you kind of scare, it's, you know, you're starting to scare people some.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that way at 25, so I can only imagine what it is, you know.
Yeah.
At 40, that's a lot.
At 40, I think you just save it, go back to heaven.
Yeah, at that point, it's like, let's get all the brownie points with Jesus we can. Yeah.
Wow. So 1 year out there on the sex circuit, Danielle, that's beautiful.
Yeah, you know, 1 year down, hopefully many to come.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can fuck for at least, or do sex or whatever you want to do for at least probably 40 years, I bet.
Gee, 40. Well, yeah, I guess, unless, you know, barring any tragedy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I hope it doesn't happen. What are you going to be for Halloween?
What am I going to be for Halloween?
Besides a real tramp, you feel me? Just joking, just joking.
You know, I'm not a huge Halloween person, but
whoa, definitely. You have to be.
I mean,
if you're doing butt activities Halloween with somebody, that's Halloween, basically. You have to be in Halloween. Halloween is basically the butt sex of the calendar.
That's such a great way to put it. But I guess since I celebrate it like regularly, it's like not a big deal the day of, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You're unbelievable, but it's so good to hear. You sound good. Is everything going okay?
Yeah, it's going good. It's just nice. It's a nice Sunday evening here in DC. So yeah, it's going pretty well. Yeah, just, you know, 20-year-old or in my 20s, living life, you know.
Yeah,
can't
staying
ask for
damp.
too much more.
Staying damp out there in those meat streets, huh?
Yeah, you said it.
Well, good luck to you, and just don't get into doing any wild drugs or anything like that. That's when it can get really, really wild, you know?
Oh, no. I mean, that's already happened.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, sorry.
Well.
Let you down there.
Well, look here. How about this? Hey, stay alive. Try and stay alive if you can.
Yes, I will do that.
I love it.
To the best of my ability.
Amen. And it's nice to hear your voice, Danielle. I hope you have a good day, and I'm glad you've had a safe year of decent sex, you know, or semi-decent.
Thank you so much, Theo. I appreciate it.
Yep. Good luck out there, and I hope to see you in the future.
Awesome. Thank you. I'm looking forward to whenever you get Maryland rescheduled.
Yes, so am I.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people asking about it. I think it's going to be at the very end of January. But I'll let you know soon.
Oh, awesome! That sounds great.
Yeah. We'll put it on the books or something this week, I think. So, we'll have a good Sunday evening. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. You too, Theo. Bye.
All right, Danielle. Bye. And just like that. People are coming into the back door of our lives. The spirits are out there. They'll find any way into you. Through your face, through your eyes, through your snout, through your buttocks. Wow. It escalates quickly, doesn't it? And that's okay, man. That's okay. She sounds like she's doing well, though. She sounds like she's doing well, and so I'm glad that she called, that she answered. Thank you, Danielle. Let's take a couple of calls here that hit the hotline, 985-664-9503.
Hey, Theo, this is Terry, just calling in because I was watching your show.
Thanks for calling in, Terry. And I would love to tell you that's my favorite name, but it is not. But that has nothing to do with you as a human. You're different than your name. Onward.
And guy named Griffin called in about him and his girlfriend breaking up after a while. I just wanted to reach out to him and let him know that things get better, and it's just going to take a little time, but there's light at the end of the tunnel, dude. You just got to look for it and focus on yourself right now. For a while, you haven't been able to focus on yourself because you've been in a relationship, but now you got full attention to yourself, and you can really improve on some things, and life gets a lot better, man. I promise. Alrighty.
And you know, that's thanks for calling with that, Terry. And that's a good suggestion too. And when you're in a relationship, you can't see you. It's hard because you have that. You got that accomplice. You know, you got that human side, that human. You got that adjacent human. And you can't see. You can't just see you. I mean, it's hard because when you look in the mirror, both of you guys are there. You're together. It's a team. And, it's tough. It's tough to know what's a good relationship. What's a safe amount of them involved in you? What's a healthy amount? Not safe, but how healthy is it? I mean, look, I struggle so much in this space. I don't even, I think it's nice that this call came in, though. I'll tell you this about the listeners of this experiment, that we probably got, I would bet, 200 calls for suggestions for Griffin. So that's amazing to me that they hear that somebody's struggling and that many calls came in for him. Here's another one that came in. Thank you, Terry. Onward.
Hope you guys have a good day.
Theo, what's up? It's your boy Mark from the Sacramento area of California. Right now I'm listening to your podcast that just dropped, and a young man with a shaky, broken voice is talking about losing a relationship of 3.5 years.
Yeah, that's Griffin that called in. And thanks for calling in, brother, from Sacramento. And Sacramento, the home of the missing people, actually. A lot of missing people up there in that area. So I hope you're checked in with others. Onward.
And taking ownership like he ought to, and that's good. I'd like to give him some advice as a guy that's going through some really bad times in his own marriage. First of all, go ahead and grieve, cry. Don't get drunk, and don't go and score. Okay, don't go out and chase hiney. Don't do that. Just grieve, cry, process this. And after you've done that, go get a counselor and just start talking to someone once a month and just deal with your stuff. Be honest, be transparent, be ugly honest. Deal with your issues because when love comes around again, you need to have this stuff in check. And you can do it, bro. You absolutely can.
Gang, man. Thank you there. I think that was Mark.
Theo, what's up? It's your boy, Mark.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Mark, for that call. Man, that stuff resonates with me, too. What you're saying, Mark, because, I find that I carry the same problems from my past, and I continue to carry them into my future, man. And it's like, I don't know. I just sometimes think I would be able to learn a little bit better, even for me. And I know that this young man is struggling, and I think that that's a good suggestion. Find somebody to talk to and be brutally honest. Sometimes we don't want to be brutally honest, man. I don't. So we don't want to be brutally honest. How scary would it be to it's crazy. We will live our lives in lie. We will live our lives and lie before we will be brutally honest. I will. I have. And that's the dark arts, man. And it's crazy because the dark arts, a lot of times, it's our truth. And they're really the brightest thing in the room. But the things that separate us from them, or the things that we choose instead of them, are the ways that we satiate. I don't know. I just got a little lost there, but yeah, that's a good suggestion. Is that if there were real issues in your relationship, Griffin, then you can, here's the thing, you'll take the same ones into the next relationship. That's not going to change. That's not going to change. I see my therapist about different issues that I have, and sometimes I don't want to fight them. I don't want to battle them. I'm tired, man. Sometimes I am. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do the hard work sometimes. I know what it is. I know it's right there. But sometimes it's hard, man. Sometimes it's hard. And the scary thing is some of the truths, we don't even know what they are, but we can just feel them. We can feel them milling around behind the corner, behind our shoulders, But take care of yourself. Do your best. Griffin, keep people out of your butt. That's always a safe place to start. And, and that's what we deal with in the meantime. We deal with in the meantime. Because a lot of life is that. It's in the meantime. What do we do before, Just take care of yourself right now. And you got some fellas, a lot of people that reached out with suggestions. So thank you to everybody that called in. Here's a call that came in to the hotline. Onward.
What's going on, young gunner?
What's up, playboy? Get at me, daddy.
Gang, this is Dylan Armstrong out of Bonham, Texas.
DA down in Bonham, bruh. Fuck with me.
I'm 25. I do pest control. Been doing it for about 2 years.
Praise God, brother. PG, son. PTL, baby. Praise the Lord. And damn, I hate a pest, bro. I hate a pest. So just knowing that you out there, bro. Just scared. just gunning these little fucking Muppets down. Because a pest will do anything, bro. You close the door, pests come right up under that bitch. You have a couple bananas out in the morning, and they got 6 or 7 little flies on that bitch trying to suck it off. What? Like, damn, man. They don't stop. You come home sometime, you have a couple roaches over there listening to your stereo, bro. And they don't care. They doing coke off your iPad. It never ends, boy. These pests, bro. You know? You'll be over at your window and a couple Antifa try to sneak in that bitch, bro. Pa-pow. Skirt, skirt. Get them. Drown them out, boy. Hit them with a little bit of fucking WD-40 or something. You know, or a little bit of Roundup Ready, bro. So I'm glad to know guys like you are out there. Onward.
Like 6-7 years ago, I was, cooking at Sonic. And so from then on, coming up to this, time now, 7 years later or whatever, I've been constantly trying to better my goals and get, better job and all that stuff.
Amen, man. So if you're cooking at Sonic and now you're doing pest control, man, it's good because you're taking, it's definitely more job where you're out there interacting with people now. You have much more responsibility with pest control because you got to show up. You got to have the chemicals mixed. You got to have your appointments on target. Sonic, who gives a fuck, dude? You in there shooting up. Somebody wants a muffin, you show up to the front of the register and deal with that bitch. Unless they still doing the roller skates or whatever. I haven't been there in a while. But if you got to, you got to cherry ice a couple of motherfuckers out there, and you got them roller skates on, bruh. I mean, I don't know how Sonic even stayed in business with the roller skates. Shut it down, man. Because people, you got a $1.60, $1.50 sandwich, and somebody's trying to fucking skating that bitch out the door. The chance of them dying or getting hurt or breaking their neck for $1.50, little stacker. Just the insurance has got to be through the roof. And especially some of the Sonics, bro, they in dangerous neighborhoods. So you got that cherry lime, in a handful of fucking snack poppers, and you trying to sneak out, you on wheels and you ducking fucking bullets. It's just shit gets real shifty out there when you trying to Sonic up. And they got them two, those two men, those, couple of, those two gay gentlemen, they're beautiful guys, on doing all the commercials, and they over there fucking hiding from their wives and putting poppers in each other's mouths or whatever, dude. And you could tell the one guy's on uppers, the little white one. He's on some type of a little, dust poppers or something, and he hits it right when he catches that, when he catches that backdoor fucking stage pipe. So it's, you know what I'm saying, bro. It is what it is, man. But I'm glad you're staying busy, dude. I'll tell you this about pest controls. I used to like when the mosquito truck would come, man. God, that shit was Christmas, bro, for my lungs and brain. Because when that mosquito truck would roll through, and I grew up down there, in that rural area. Skeet, skeet. Where they got skeeters. We'll have skeeters, a lot of skeeters from even different countries would come and do summer homes in our area. And so, a lot of, when that mosquito truck, the city once a year, maybe like 6 times a year, they would spray something out of the back of a van. And sometimes it was like this spray gun, and sometimes it was just, a couple bad bitches and a gay gentleman back there with a couple bad bitches with just some spray canisters of it. And they just holding the van, they just rolling down the street through, repellent, they called it. Repellent. And we would ride our bikes behind that, just nose first, boy. Just catching that hit. Skeet, skeet. Bro, there was nothing better than that free high out there. Dude, half our neighborhood, people's parents, step-parents, children, step-children, double-step. You know, people that wasn't even living. They would be in a coffin and their fucking cousins pushing them down the street, catching that freaking hot hit off the city, bruh. That Skeeter hit. You know, that repellent, boy, that shit. God, dude. Dude, after half a block, I didn't fucking know who I was anymore. Dude, I remember after 2 blocks, I didn't enlist in the damn military, bruh. Told him my name was Benedict Arnold one time and tried to enlist, bruh. So I'm just saying this, you know, pest control is a beautiful, I'd say it's a premier position in a lot of areas. So sorry, I'm rambling, man. Let's go on.
And with you being where you're at, how you have so much stuff going on all at once, I was just kind of wondering, does it ever get to a time, or do you ever get to experience kind of just chill time? Because, man, like I said, I've been going for about 7 years straight, and I'm constantly trying to get, you know, better opportunities, and it's kind of hard to sit back and enjoy it. Anyway, man, keep doing what you're doing. Gang, gang.
Gang, brother. Thanks for listening, too, man. I really appreciate that. You know, I worry sometimes. I don't ever want to be, you know, I just want to be the same. I want to always know. I'm just glad that you listen. Thank you. You know, I think I've noticed this. Some people, you just always are going to find the next thing. And that's just who you are. You're always going to find the next thing. As soon as I got here, now I want to know here. Okay? Now I got to this stair, now I want to go. And it's just built into you. You know, relaxation for you is almost, you know, it's well, not relaxation, but ambition. Some people, ambition, okay, I'm talking about something different, I'm realizing. Ambition, that's never going to change if you have ambition. If you start at one job and you find yourself wanting to do another job, and then you start to see, okay, now I have this kind of skill set mastered. Now, how do I, you know, buy my own pest control company? Or how do I, you know, how do I get myself 2 pest control trucks of my own, and then just, you know, and a couple employees, and yeah, basically starting your own pest control company. How do I go from being an employee to being an employer? And that's ambition. That, I don't think that ever leaves you. I think that thing just stays. That was put in you. That's a pilot light that was lit into you by the Lord, or by your family, or by somebody who threw a match into your fucking asshole as a child, you know? And that never changes. But I believe that that sometimes we have to slow it down. And, you know, this year I really have struggled with that, man. I got in over my head with busyness. And I was just stressed out, man. And so I've had to slow it down. I've had to just cut back on the responsibilities. You know, we've had less guest episodes on the podcast. I had to take some comedy dates off the books. And I was going to lose my mind. I was losing my hair. And your hair... Bro, your hair is just a soft strands of roof right out of your mind. So I knew if that shit was falling out, the next thing to fall, my fucking brain, bro. You know, I go to bust a hard fart or something and my brain's in the toilet. I mean, it just, the propensity for me to continue to do well at the point of stress that I was personally feeling was really tough. Let me listen to the end of your question one more time.
Been going for about 7 years straight, and I'm constantly trying to get, you know, better opportunities, and it's kind of hard to sit back and enjoy it. Anyway, man, keep doing what...
It is hard to sit back and enjoy it. And you kind of don't, in a way. You know, I notice a lot of the work, some of us are, because I was never really that great at enjoying things anyway. And that's part of my alcoholism for me. My alcoholism always wants, there's got to be the next thing. You know, I'd be at a party and it would be the party, and I'd hear a rumor. I'd even fucking make up a rumor. I'd hear a rumor there was a better party somewhere. And I started probably that rumor when I got to that party. I started a rumor, hey, there's a much better party over. Then an hour later, that rumor would hit me at the same party. Hey, man, I'm like, fuck, man, we got to go to that party. And there was nothing was ever good enough because I was never okay. So just never okay was my thing. And so I couldn't enjoy things. I could never really enjoy something. And some of us, you just might be that way. Your joy may come from staying busy. It may be the place where you feel best. Now, if you do find yourself real stressed out, you got to take something off the docket, man. And as far as new opportunities and growth and jobs and stuff, I noticed those things happen for me as I would do something new. Now you're working in pest control, which first of all, thank you, bro. People don't think how much pest is out there, and that people don't think that every morning they got 2,000, 3,000, 7,000 MFers out there, beautiful MFers. Sorry, going out there to fight pests, bro. Dude, what? That's insane, bro. Jesus. I mean, there's no greater battler of the dark arts than somebody who's fighting pests. Think about different pests, dude. Bats, snakes, attack snakes, roaches, vermin. Never ends. Pests, vague. Could be anybody, bro. It could be illegal aliens, dude, in some areas. Okay? But, the term pest is insane. Could be somebody sneaking down your chimney trying to steal a log or fucking, knock your wife up or whatever. People come in your house for different reasons, but nobody think about how much a pest thank you is what I'm saying. Thank you for your service, dude. Because nobody thinks about that. Bro, you guys sleep in for a couple of weeks, the fucking world will be overrun with spiders. Scorpions, manta rays, what am I thinking of? Fucking, can't think of it. Everything. So, but here's what I was saying. What I noticed was once I started to work in new circles and get a little bit higher, then I was communicating with people who are working in new circles. So once I thought I was just a comedian, then I was like, now I'm doing a podcast. Now I'm talking with other people that are doing podcasts. So now they know more information. And I can ask them, hey, how did you get from here to here? What do I need to do that? So it's tough to know if you're talking about ambition or if you're talking about overworked. If you're being overworked, man, and I don't know if you ever will enjoy it. Because ambition sometimes keeps us from enjoying things in some ways. Keeps me. Because I'm always finding that next horizon. Even if I don't want to, I think ambition is something that is just in you sometimes. I don't know if it's really a choice a lot of times. But it's funny, I do think certain experiences will unlock, because I didn't know I had really that much ambition sometimes, I don't think. But I'll say this, man, thank you for your service, and keep going. It's always, okay, now I'm an employer, and then, okay, I'm an employee. How do I find out, how do I be that employer? Or how do I see, who's the guy that brings the chemicals to the pest control every week? Who's that guy? Because I really like his job. I really like what he does. That's a field I really could see myself in. Or who's the guy that sells the pest control companies, the to people, who sells I can't think what it's called. Franchise. Who's the guy who sells the franchises to different people? See, it just, as you get up the ladders, you'll see, you can see more. You can see different views. And the ladders are there for everybody. I believe that, man. I really do. Here's a call that came in, 985-664-9503.
Hey, Theo, it's Mike from By Dubuque. Trying to be a farmer, but kind of struggling
farm.
Oh, thank you, Michael. And thank you for calling in, man. And you know, I used to work on a soybean, corn, and cotton farm over in Natchez, Mississippi. Actually, I worked for the father of the man whose song we heard on the way in. Shine by Bishop Gunn was that song. And his father employed me over there on the banks of the Mississippi. Onward.
Kind of struggling. Farming can't pay the bills anymore. Not until you become pretty much a super farmer. Farm 1,000 acres instead of 40 acres. My brother, he's already successful. Farms 1,500 and he gets to do his dream. And I want to keep the dream too for myself. Trying to juggle it with work. I work 60 hours a week as it is and try to get time off to farm. And I had to go into a meeting with my boss and he said he won't allow it. So I don't know if I should dive head first and just start farming and live off ramen, or if I should keep my job. It pays really good. It might not be successful because I'm not all in. It's on the side. And I don't know. If you got any advice on what to do, I'd appreciate it. And if you ever want to do some farming, come up here.
Gang, bro. I'll come up there, dude. I'll grow about 700 acres of cocaine, bro. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, dude? Or that grow cane, you feel me, boy? You know what I'm talking about? That sucaracano, papa, that sugar cane. That straight ball, baby. You got it? The James Harden of the garden, son. This shit'll cross you over. This shit'll just have you double dribbling your own ideas, boy. That's that hitter. And I got that from Maui right there. Some of y'all know that. I mean, you want to talk about Mother Nature's land dandruff, baby. You got it? This thing will have you beating the street with your snout, son. This that hitter. Bamboo by the Gramboo. This is that sucra de caño de sucra. You throw this and a drug addict will come back with it in his mouth. And you can stay off of cocaine and stay off on that grow cane, baby. You know what I'm saying? This that fucking scary Potter, dog. Petrificus totalis. This dude, look. You saw it looking for me, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I'll suck your stick, bruh. Ooh. That's tasty, man. Oh, that's tasty. And only nature offers that sweet, But yeah, this also can do diabetes to you as well if you have too much of it, This shit'll put the beat in diabetes, dude. This give you that high-abetes, dog. You be, kind of just, blowing your neighbor for a couple of, for a little bit of that Gramboo. You feel me, gang, bruh? But what I'm saying is, man, don't do drugs. There's safer drugs out there. Now, sugar's just as addictive. I will say it, but you never really seen a dude blowing a guy for a Cinnabon. So you got to think about that, big picture. And only in Maui do they have such a beautiful creature. And other places, actually, Louisiana also has this, Vietnam as well. But only really unique and special spots can offer, can the land just make such a damn drug. And god dang, it's beautiful though when you see sugar in its natural form, isn't it? You don't think about it like this, do you? You don't think every time you bite a cookie that there's a little bit of forest in it, do you? That Mother Nature's just lurking inside of that cookie. And about to get you addicted. And you about to be her little cookie bitch, and that's sugar cane, boy. And girl. Sorry. Whew. That thing gets me fired up, dude. Natural sweets get me fired up. But thank you for that opportunity to come over there and farm. I really appreciate that, man. I want to say this, man. There comes a time where it's like, yeah, you have to decide. And you know what? A lot of people don't do what they really want to do. The two things that made me happiest, man, in my life. One time, the happiest day I ever had, actually. I know for a fact. The happiest time I ever had. I was working at a disabled children farm in India. And I can't even believe they had this shit. They had children, you know, they were disabled and they got them fucking farming and shit. This shit, it might have been illegal. I don't know. But I went there with a school trip and we were supposed to work there and help out. And we did. And it was amazing, man. And it was one day in my life where I just felt, man, I felt a spirit inside of me that was stronger than just me. I felt something inside of me that was very real. You know, and I think it was connection. It was purpose. You know, it sounds like if your brother's doing farming, then you would always have a way into the industry. So that's nice. And it sounds like you also are just not sure if you want to do it. You said you have a good job right now and it's paying well. Let me hear in the beginning if you said you wanted.
From by Dubuque, trying to be a farmer, but kind of struggling. You know, farming can't pay the bills anymore.
Okay, so farming can't pay the bills unless you're part of a super farm, you said. And yeah, it sounds like maybe you just want to be, but you want to make money. And it's tough, man. You know, my brother runs he runs a premier tree service and landscaping service and really almost an environmental service at this point down in Baton Rouge, and it's called Biggs, Biggz. And he started off as a tree cutter. He was a cutter for someone. He'd cutting trees. And he's got some great stories, man. He cut into a beehive once. And but then one day he said, why am I working for this guy? I can be this guy that I'm working for. So then he became that guy. And next thing you know, he got the knowledge he needed to go with the job. And he was a foreman. And he was running a couple guys who were climbing trees. And he was then booking the business. And then he went back to school and got a doctorate. So now the dude, you know, he's like a damn, you know, he's the Fibonacci of ferns, bruh. I mean, this dude, you know, he's the, who's that guy? You know, doctor, you know, he's the Kevorkian of pines and evergreens, bruh. He'll, you know, he knows what he's doing. So then now he has a bigger business and it just, and I say that because you know what I want to be sometimes? Sometimes I just want to work for my brother. There's a big part of my heart that just wants to work for him. I want to ride in a truck and I want to go to the work site and I want to do what he needs me to do. And sometimes I think that would make me really happy. Now, I don't know that's the case. I mean, I also have alcoholism that'll trick your brain into things that will make you happy that won't. But I think it's a real part of me that wants that. And that's fair. That's okay. You know, that's fair there. So sometimes we just have a part, you know, it may just be part of you that wants to farm. It may be something you do later. Once you've made enough money to kind of satiate you and make you comfortable. And then you can get into it more. But I will say this, don't live a life, if you can help it, beating yourself up for not being a farmer. I think every man in some way wants to be a farmer. I think every man wants to be a farmer, man. I think all of us want to grow and create, and we're at a tough time in the world right now because we're in between in this time where we had so many natural abilities and things we were doing as men, and then now we don't use those skills as much anymore because they're not as needed. But for a lot of people, they are still needed, and it's beautiful out there in Iowa. Dude, Dubuque is beautiful. I ran into a guy who told me he was a pickpocket right over there by the river, bro. Truly beautiful, man. One of my favorite hotels is over there. It's haunted, too, as well. But just don't beat yourself up if you're not a farmer right now. You have a lot of time. And who knows, the way things are going, bro, it could be the only job available in a couple of years. You know, it could be the only thing that we're doing. It could be, you know, that'd be great if we're all out there growing together every day, huh? Wouldn't there be something beautiful about it? And don't let anybody make you feel bad if you're not a farmer. You know, that's okay. Maybe you were working in banking or something, and one day you'll create a business with your brother, and you guys can merge the businesses, and then you can do some farming actually, because you'll be loaning to his business or something, or you'll be able to do consulting, or you just don't know. You don't know exactly where you're going to end up, but I think that we end up a lot of times, most of us do, somewhere near where our heart and our desires want us to be at some point. I believe that. Because even our desires and what we want are like these ghosts, kind of, aren't they? I can always feel a ghost inside of me, kind of haunting me with things that would make me truly happy, I think. And I'm glad you have a brother, man. That's a beautiful gift. I'm glad you have a brother. Let's take one more call right here. I wanted to get into more, but here, let's see what we can do. 985-664-9503.
Hey, Theo, it's Kevin here from north suburbs of Chicago.
What's up, Kevin? Thank you for calling in, man. And you know I love Illinois, brother. My mother's born over there, about 50 miles from Peoria, and beautiful state. Thank you for calling.
And you brought up how, you know, sometimes you drive into Ohio and you just start masturbating.
Yep. Yeah, I brought that up, man. It's kind of tough to hear that back from somebody, and I did that. You know, I was doing well with, you know, battling the dark arts that had afflicted me, and next thing you know, I was in Ohio last week, and I couldn't really help myself. Onward.
And this past weekend, my dad and I drove to Cleveland for the Browns game.
Oh, nice, man. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. Beautiful city.
And I'll tell you what, man, I hadn't masturbated in some time, a couple weeks, possibly more. I don't really take a tally, but as soon as we got in that hotel in Toledo for the night, I found myself in the bathroom. And you know what I was doing, brother. So I don't know, man. Maybe there's something going on in Ohio. Appreciate you. Gang, gang.
Gang, bro. You know, that's a good question. Maybe there's something going on in Ohio. You know, maybe it makes sense. You get there to the middle of the country and you want to bust out, and you want to bust heavy. And you want to spray full, and you want to fill the land. You want to farm almost. You want to plant your frickin' American flag right there in the middle of that Ohio. I don't know. It's a good question. I wish we knew where a lot of the masturbation was happening. And, yeah, I've been struggling with it, man. And it's the pornography that does it. I don't jerk off for nothing, bro. It's the pornography that leads me into it. But yeah, I wonder. I'm glad you told me that, because yeah, I feel less alone from that, man. So thank you, dude, because there's nothing sadder than thinking you're the only person that's beaten off all the time, you know? God. And I thought maybe we'll get into that more next episode. Yeah, what else, man? What else? Let's take a call right here.
What's going on, Theo? This is your boy Beanie from Jacksonville, Florida.
What up, BD?
So, my girl was born in Romania, and she goes back there every now and then. But since we've been together, we haven't spent a single day apart.
Wow. That's intense, man. Onward?
Now, she had to go to Romania to get some dental work done, and she's gone for a month.
Damn, bro. Getting that Romanian D work, huh? That Rom the Shell fucking front, that Rom the Shell front four defense, bro. Gang, onward.
We're about 2 weeks in now, and I'm losing my mind. Boredom has kicked in. I can't wait for her to be back. So, I know you ain't in a relationship, but you've been in a few. So, what do you do to curb the loneliness, to make you feel like you got somebody, even though they're 10,000 miles away? Anyway, just calling to see your perspective.
Gang, bro. Man, you know what's funny is the answers are almost the same things that people were suggesting for Griffin. It's a good time for you to know yourself. You know, it's a good time for you to get to know yourself, man. It's funny that missing, that like when someone else is gone, that suddenly when we're just with ourselves, we feel so lonely. That's the thing that's just always amazing to me. How lonely I feel when it's just me. That's and that for me, that's the thing I'm trying to solve. Why I feel that. Why I feel that loneliness when it's just me. And that, I think, is something we're all trying to solve. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm getting too meta or beta, or I don't even know what those words mean, but maybe I'm just, I don't know. I've been kind of, I haven't been able to move around this week that much, but yeah, I think, and that, not to say, I'm glad you called, man. I think, this is a good time for you to get to know yourself as not someone just who misses their girlfriend or someone who's just half of a relationship. Who are you? It's a good question, man. It's something, I feel like that's one of the things we used to know so much more. It feels like, 2 generations ago, those men had more of an idea of who they were. To think that men went off to wars and went off to all these experiences and left their families and gave their life. It's just like there's so much, I don't know, and now we have all these things that make us, that occupy our time and take away our attention from us getting to know ourselves, really, and each other, really. So maybe this is a gift where you get to know yourself, man. And your girl's coming back with that new freaking smile, bruh. That fucking Romanian, that Romanian piano, bruh. That front piece. That fucking 6'7" defense, bruh. She's going to be bringing that bitch into your fucking living room. So, thank you guys for tuning in, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, man, we don't know. We're doing our best. People are jerking off in Cleveland. Griffin is trying to get through it. Somebody's named Terry. Somebody wants to farm and they walk into an office every day. Some guy's trying to quietly masturbate while his father's in the hotel room next door. This is where we are, man. This is where we are as men, I guess, in some ways. But we're on the come up. And there's a lot to be learned right now. The doors are open. You can have one hand in the future and one hand in the past if you want. You can have one hand on the Lord and one hand on the devil. There's a lot going on, and this is the middle ground. And I believe that. I really, really believe that. Going to leave you out here with this song by Coley, Garratt. And this song is English Gothic. Thank you guys for being a part of this. And thank you guys for being a part of my week, man. This was the best part of my whole week. Was being right here with you guys. And gang, be good to yourselves. You deserve it. And we just keep going. It's the best we can do for us. It's the best we can do for others. Yeah, we just can't get too stagnant. You can get still, that's okay, but just don't get stagnant. Sorry, I'm not trying to preach at you. Just do your best, man. That's all I'm doing. Gang, bro. English Gothic by Coley, Garratt.
Had a little time to stay, but everything dies, oh, everything turns away. I will sing these songs of the revelation. Maybe we'll meet where the sunlight falls apart. Not me, it's not in darkness dark. Come and take me down with a cold embrace. Now I don't wanna walk where the wind don't fall on me. I don't wanna walk where the Bible sets you free. I just wanna walk inside these dreams, hoping that is all it seems.
Gang, bro.
I can hear the knives on the stone. I can hear them distant muffled moan. This is the heart coming home. Now I don't wanna walk where the wind don't fall on me. I don't wanna walk where the Bible sets you free. I just want